Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with my Subspecies collection. My buddy Nick, the last Shoegazer, posted a video earlier today after receiving the first 3 Subspecies films on Blu-ray. Jason from Horrific Nightmares and I have been raving about our love of this franchise, and it sort of inspired Nick to buy the films. So Nick, if you're watching this, buddy, I can't wait to find out your thoughts on the series. You also mentioned in your video that you were curious to know about different releases of the films. So I thought instead of listing all of the editions in my collection, I would film a video response. First up, before I get to the actual movies, I do have this very cool figure of Radu. It's from the Full Moon Toys Legends of Horror action figure series. And this is a figure that always eluded me as a kid. I used to see it every now and then and always wanted it, but for one reason or another, never added it to my collection. I do have some of the Puppet Master figures from this line as well, but I didn't get Radu until about 2 years ago. My wife actually bought this for me for Christmas, the same year that I bought her the exact same figure. So we actually have 2 of these, one on display and one that you see right here. And since I already mentioned her, I should also say that my wife is probably an even bigger fan of this franchise than I am. She absolutely loves Subspecies, and Radu is her favorite vampire of all time. She cannot watch these movies enough. I think for her the main attraction is probably the atmosphere and setting, because these movies were actually filmed in a real castle in Bucharest. Very cool. Starting with the Blu-rays, this is the Subspecies 20th Anniversary Edition from Full Moon Features. This is the same edition that Nick recently purchased and showed in his video. And then of course we have Bloodstone Subspecies 2, once again the same edition that Nick owns, and Bloodlust Subspecies 3. Now for anybody who hasn't seen these films, I would highly recommend watching the first 3 back to back, because each film picks up exactly where the last one left off. It's almost as if it's just one long movie. It's very linear, and as I said, the sequels pick up at the exact moment that the previous film ended. Right here is the Blu-ray collection Subspecies box set. As you can see, it says Volume 1. There's never been a Volume 2 to my knowledge, but it's pretty cool. It's the first 3 films. You know, I love having this. Just in a nice tidy little box set, keeps the first 3 films together, and yeah, just a nice set to have in the collection. On to the DVDs now. These first few are actually VHS transfers before these movies were officially released on DVD. I loved them growing up, and I could not wait for official releases, so at one point years ago, I just decided to transfer them from old VHS tapes onto disc and have my own little DVD collection. So here's the first Subspecies film. Then we have Bloodstone Subspecies 2. Again, just a VHS rip. Bloodlust Subspecies 3. I actually have this poster. It's hanging up upstairs on the wall, so I'm obviously not going to show it in this video. It's a huge one sheet, and it just really wouldn't fit on screen anyway. But I love this image. Just fantastic. And Subspecies 4, Bloodstorm, the limited edition. Next, I realized this 15 movies big box of horror includes the first 2 Subspecies films. You can see Subspecies right there, and Bloodstone Subspecies 2 right there. So, just thought I'd show this box set in the video as well. Then we have this triple feature from Echo Bridge featuring Subspecies, Bloodstone Subspecies 2, and Bloodlust Subspecies 3. All in one collection. And then to go along with it, we have Subspecies 4, Bloodstorm. I have a Mexican release of the first Subspecies film here. As you can see, it has an extra E. Interesting. And then Subspecies 2, Bloodstone, with some nice alternate artwork. That's very cool as well. Bloodlust, Subspecies 3. And then we have Bloodstorm, Subspecies 4. Now, I'm also going to show Vampire Journals. This movie actually does tie into the franchise. This actually came after Subspecies 3, so if you're watching them in order, you should definitely watch Subspecies, Bloodstone, Bloodlust, Vampire Journals, and then Bloodstorm, because Bloodstorm brings Vampire Journals together with the first 3 Subspecies films. It basically has Radu from Subspecies in a storyline with the main character from Vampire Journals. Sounds a bit confusing, but if you just watch the films in that order, you'll be fine. To make things more confusing, Full Moon released this Subspecies, the Epic Collection, featuring Subspecies, Bloodstone Subspecies 2, Bloodlust Subspecies 3, Subspecies 4, Bloodstorm, and then Vampire Journals. But as I said, you need to switch these two. Vampire Journals has to come before Bloodstorm. If not, it's really not going to make much sense. You're not going to know who some of the characters are, and you'll be a bit lost. Now here's the thing, I'm going to be honest. I'm a completist, so this box set is great. You know, it's on DVD, of course. It's not on Blu-ray, but it has all 5 of the films. It's fantastic. But if we're talking about what you really need to see, it's the first 3 films. You know, Vampire Journals is okay. Bloodstorm is okay. Again, as a completist, I definitely want to have them in the collection, and I've watched them quite a few times. But when I revisit this series, I usually stop at Bloodlust. I watch the first 3 films, and then next time I watch them, I usually just start over. It's all you really need. So at the end of the day, you can probably get away with just owning either each of these individual Blu-ray releases, as Nick purchased, or the Blu-ray collection box set. It's the first 3 films, it's the best 3 films. And with the ending of Bloodlust Subspecies 3, you get a satisfying finale to the franchise. So that's it, guys, for my Subspecies collection. Comment below, let me know what you think about this series. Let me know which is your favorite film and which editions you own. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.